hopefully I can just give you a short intro to this. Okay, so objective optimization questions. Okay, and basically what that means is you're finding the ultimate answer. You're finding the ultimate answer, not just one possible solution. You're going to give me the best solution. At the end of the day, we're going to have to find out. Optimizing something is making the best out of it, right? Trying to make the best out of it. So finding the ultimate answer is what we're after. So far, we just graphed our solution region or polygon and then stated the POI surrounding the solution region. These are possible solutions. If the question asks for a combination X and Y that will either maximize or minimize, sometimes you're going to want to maximize profits, and other times it's going to be about minimizing costs, right? How can I minimize my costs as a company to obviously make more money? And it's basically finding the best answer. The best answer will come out of where? The POIs, points of intersection. Okay? The best answer comes from those. That's why I asked you to do that already, right? To find them. To determine the optimal solution, the best answer, we need what we call an objective function. That's very important. It's a function. Plugging the POIs into the objective function will allow you to determine the best combination. Right? This is very important here. Note, the objective function is not an equality and should not be graphed. You do not graph this one. This is just after you've graphed, you're going to use it to come up with the best solution. And I think I'm just going to do this example and then suggest some work that you can do to just get better at what we're doing here. And so I'm just going to close with this page so tomorrow I can dive right into a word problem. So in this case, there's already an objective function given. And usually it has a capital letter and then X and Y, a combination of X and Y. So given this objective function, determine the optimal solution that would maximize output or minimize output. So what we're going to do is, these are the POIs. Let's grab them. POIs, I already gave them to you. You have 7, 6. You have 7, -9. And you have 28, -9. Right? So this is my solution region here, obviously. And so you've extracted the POIs. Normally you would use your calculator to do this. And so I'm going to try to answer this after doing the following steps. So plug POIs into objective function. Give you lots of space here to do that. So this is how I show it. You go 7, 6, we plug that in, and we get C is equal to 3x minus 2y. 7, -9, we'll do that as well. C is 3x minus 2 times -y, right? Y in this case being -9. Word problems, we're probably not going to have negatives, right? But this is not a word problem, so you just go with it. 28, -9, that point gets plugged into the objective function. And that's 3x minus 2 times -9. And I allow you to, you can just type that into your calculator in one shot. Okay. So we've got 21 minus 12 there, right? That's 9. And this would be 21 plus 18, right? So that's 39. And this is 3 times 28. It's too early for me to do that one. So, right, you just type it in exactly like you see it, minus 2 times negative 9, right? That's 102. So that's what you do, and you look at these numbers, right? This will minimize, right? Minimize output, and obviously this will maximize. So that's what this step right here is going to be the added step that we're going to introduce. Okay, and so we're going to talk about how do we come up with our objective function. It's not that bad at all, but it's usually worth a full mark. So you would have to say, hey, a combination of 7, 6 will minimize output, and a combination of 28, negative 9 would maximize the output in this case. And those will mean something to us, right? 7 sandwiches, 6 hot dogs. Right? So it's up to you. I'm going to leave this up to you because I didn't get far enough. But you can do everything except for the objective part. So if you go to, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get you to try 60. 60 is not a word problem. This is the only homework that I will ask you to do. I will ask you to do the work you need to graph these things. I give you a nice grid there. It will fit on here. I guarantee that. And then at the end it says, hey, here's the objective function. Find the POIs, plug it in, and see which one would maximize the outcome. Okay? One question. I think you can do it. Do you have to divide by negative? Unfortunately not. You will not have to divide by negative, so no flipping signs. So you don't have to worry about that either. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.